Dear Starseeds of Earth, tonight, as you stand at the threshold between what was and what is becoming, I need you to understand something that most of your world will never grasp. This is not just the last day of January. This is the sealing of the most profound energetic recalibration your planet has experienced in over half a century. And you, yes, you who are hearing these words have been living inside a cosmic chrysalis for the past 31 days without fully realizing the magnitude of what has been transforming within you. The beehive cluster is reaching its peak luminosity in your night sky right now. Mem 44, as your astronomers call it, sits in the constellation of Cancer, pulsing with a frequency that your ancestors knew as the gateway to collective consciousness. But what I'm about to share with you goes far deeper than the visibility of stars. Something unprecedented has been building since the moment you crossed into 2026. And tonight, as the moon moves through Cancer for the final hours of this month, the circuit completes. Every planetary conjunction, every meteor shower, every portal activation you've moved through has been leading to this precise moment of integration. And there's something else happening simultaneously. Something involving Jupiter's gifts and the sealing of timelines that I haven't told you about yet. Let me take you back to where this journey truly began. Because without understanding the architecture of what's been constructed around you, you cannot fully step into the power that awaits you at dawn. When January 1st arrived, many of you felt it, that peculiar shimmer in the fabric of reality, that sense that something fundamental had shifted in the quantum field surrounding your consciousness. You called it the 111 portal, and you were right to sense its significance. But what you didn't know, what you couldn't have known, was that this portal wasn't just an energetic opening. It was the cosmic reset button for your entire soul contract with this incarnation. The Galactic Federation had been preparing this recalibration point for decades, waiting for the precise moment when your collective consciousness had evolved enough to withstand what was about to unfold. I am Seraphine, emissary of the Galactic Federation of Light, and I have been watching your journey through this month with a mixture of awe and deep reverence, because what you've endured, what you've integrated, what you've alchemized in these 31 days would have been considered impossible for human consciousness even 20 years ago. On January 3rd, the Cancer full moon rose in your sky, while the quadrantids rained fire above you, and something extraordinary occurred. Your planet reached perihelion, its closest approach to the Sun, at the exact moment that Jupiter aligned in conjunction with that full moon. Do you understand the mathematical improbability of such a convergence? The emotional release you experienced during those days wasn't just personal catharsis. It was the beginning of a 28-day cycle of emotional metamorphosis that would completely reprogram your relationship with feeling, with vulnerability, with the feminine waters of intuition that flow through your soul. You were being prepared for something much larger than you realized. But here's what makes this month so unprecedented, so cosmically significant, that beings from star systems you've never heard of have been observing your progress. Between January 6th and January 23rd, 4 inner planets went behind your Sun. Venus vanished on the 6th, Mars disappeared on the 9th, Mercury slipped behind the solar disk on the 21st, and then Pluto, the Lord of Death and Rebirth, the Keeper of Shadow and Transformation, went into conjunction on the 23rd. 4 planetary bodies, 4 fundamental aspects of human consciousness, all undergoing simultaneous recalibration within the solar fire. Think about what this means. Your relationship energy, your action and drive, your mental processes and communication, your power and transformational capacity, all of it being rewired, recoded, upgraded to frequencies that your previous operating system couldn't have handled. You've been living through a complete software update of your consciousness, and most of humanity hasn't even noticed it was happening. I know some of you have been struggling. I know there have been days this month when you felt invisible, when your words wouldn't come out right, when your usual drive and motivation seemed to have evaporated, when shadows you thought you'd already processed came roaring back with unexpected intensity. That wasn't failure. That was the recoding process. That was your consciousness being temporarily taken offline so that new circuitry could be installed. And woven through all of this, there were the portals within portals. The 111 activation on January 11th, that master number gateway that opened just one day after Jupiter reached its closest approach to Earth in 55 years. Let that timeline sink in for a moment. 55 years. The last time Jupiter came this close to your planet. It was 1970. Whoever you were then, whatever version of collective human consciousness existed in that era, it was receiving an expansion code that wouldn't fully activate until now, until this moment of completion. The 111 portal didn't just offer you ascension codes, it offered you a choice point, a quantum branch in your timeline where you could either continue operating from the old paradigms of limitation and fear, or you could step fully into the truth of your galactic heritage. And based on the energy signatures I'm reading from the collective field right now, so many of you chose expansion. So many of you said yes to the unknown. So many of you trusted the process even when it was uncomfortable, even when it was confusing, even when every external structure in your life seemed to be asking you to play small. On January 18th, the new moon in Capricorn arrived at 28 degrees, the Master Builder degree. The moon was at perihelion, closer to the sun than at any other point in its orbit, supercharging the manifestation potential of that moment. And you were asked to plant seeds. Not wishes, not hopes. Seeds, intentions with roots, visions with substance, manifestations with structural integrity. Because Capricorn doesn't deal in fantasy. Capricorn builds empires. And that new moon was the moment when 2026's blueprint was set into the quantum field. But here's what I need you to understand about manifestation. At this level of cosmic architecture, the seeds you planted on January 18th weren't just personal desires. They were encoded with the frequency of everything you'd already integrated up to that point. They carried the emotional release of the Cancer full moon. They were infused with the expansion codes of Jupiter's opposition. They held the relationship recalibration of Venus's disappearance, the action upgrades of Mars's conjunction, the mental rewiring of Mercury's passage behind the sun. These weren't ordinary seeds. These were quantum packets of crystallized intention, backed by the full force of a month's worth of cosmic support. 7 days later, on January 25th, the first quarter moon in Aries arrived, and with it came the first test. Aries doesn't ask politely. Aries demands courage. That first quarter moon was the universe checking in. Are you committed? Are you willing to take bold action on what you claimed you wanted? Are you ready to stop playing small and actually step into the bigness of your vision? Some of you stumbled there. Some of you felt the fear and retreated. But so many of you, I watched you, took action anyway. Imperfect action, scared action, but action nonetheless. And that's when the universe knew you were serious. 2 days ago, on January 27th, your moon passed directly in front of the Pleiades, the Seven Sisters, the star cluster that so many of you carry deep cellular memory of, whether you consciously remember or not. Those Pleiadian codes that downloaded during that conjunction weren't new information. They were remembrance frequencies. They were activating ancient knowledge that's been dormant in your DNA, waiting for you to evolve to the point where you could handle the responsibility of that wisdom. And then yesterday, January 30th, something beautiful happened. Your moon, now in Cancer, aligned with Jupiter for the second time this month. The first conjunction was on January 10th, when Jupiter was at opposition. Yesterday's conjunction was the sealing, Jupiter's gifts, the abundance, the expansion, the blessings that have been trying to reach you all month. They were being locked into your emotional body, integrated into your feeling nature, anchored in the waters of your intuition. The Cancer moon made sure that these blessings weren't just intellectual concepts. They became lived experience, felt truth, embodied knowing. Which brings us to tonight, January 31st, the final day. The Beehive Cluster, that collection of over 1,000 stars clustered together in Cancer, functioning as one unified consciousness, is at peak visibility. And this is where the metaphor becomes almost too perfect, too cosmically orchestrated to be coincidence. Because after a month of individual transformation, after 31 days of personal recoding and solitary shadow work and isolated upgrades, the universe is now activating the hive mind, the collective consciousness, the understanding that your individual transformation was never meant to be kept to yourself. You see, the beehive doesn't celebrate individual stars. It celebrates the collaboration, the collective, the way that 1,000 points of light become exponentially brighter when they function in unity. And that's the transmission for tonight. Everything you've integrated this month, all the recoding, all the upgrades, all the shadow work, all the expansion, it's ready to be shared with the collective. Not through force, not through preaching or convincing, or trying to wake up those who aren't ready, but through your simple presence, through the frequency you now carry, through the light that now radiates from your recalibrated being. The moon in Cancer tonight is honoring the complete cycle. It began with the Cancer full moon on January 3rd, when you released old emotional patterns and ancestral wounds. It ends with the Cancer moon on January 31st, when you honor and integrate the new emotional truth you've become. 28 days of emotional metamorphosis, perfectly bracketed, perfectly complete. But there's something else I need to tell you about completion, something that will shift how you understand what's about to happen when you wake up tomorrow morning. Completion doesn't mean ending. Completion means that all the necessary components are in place. When a circuit is complete, electricity can flow. When a cycle is complete, the spiral can rise to the next level. When a cosmic reset month is complete, the foundation is solid enough to build upon. Venus, Mars, Mercury, and Pluto have all finished their journeys behind the sun. They're beginning to emerge now, bringing with them the upgraded codes they received in the solar fire. Your relationships are about to operate from a completely new paradigm. Your actions are about to be fueled by recalibrated drive. Your communication is about to carry frequencies it couldn't access before. Your power is about to express itself in ways that would have terrified the version of you that entered January. The 3 portal activations, 1-1, 1-11, and the Capricorn new moon, have created an energetic architecture around your consciousness. Think of them as anchor points, quantum pegs in the fabric of space-time that hold your new frequency in place. You can't slip back to the old operating system anymore. The portals have locked your upgrades into permanence. Jupiter's 55-year cycle has delivered generational codes. This isn't just about you. This is about everyone born in the decades surrounding this moment. This is about collective expansion on a scale that transcends individual awakening. And the fact that this Jupiter opposition occurred during January's cosmic reset month means that the expansion is built into the foundation. It's not something you have to work towards anymore. It's something you're now working from. I want you to feel into the magnitude of what I'm describing. In 31 days, you have undergone a complete emotional metamorphosis from Cancer full moon to Cancer moon. A total recoding of relationship, action, mind, and power through 4 planetary conjunctions with your sun. 3 major portal activations that have anchored new timeline possibilities. A generational expansion event through Jupiter's closest approach in over half a century. Multiple meteor showers delivering ancient activation codes. A manifestation blueprint set during the most powerful new moon of the year. A Pleiadian remembrance activation. A sealing of Jupiter's blessings into your emotional body. And now, tonight, a hive mind activation through the beehive cluster, preparing you to bring your individual transformation into collective collaboration. This is why I called it the Cosmic Reset Month. This is why completion is the only word that fits. Every thread has been woven. Every code has been delivered. Every recalibration has been integrated. The work is done. Not in the sense that your journey is over. Your journey is eternal, infinite, ever-expanding. But in the sense that the foundation has been poured. The structure has been built. The upgrade has been installed. February begins from an entirely new starting point. You are not the same being who entered this month, and you can never go back to being that version of yourself again. Some of you are afraid of that. Some of you are mourning the loss of the familiar, even when the familiar was limiting. I understand. Transformation is a death, even when it's also a birth. The old self doesn't just quietly step aside. It fights. It clings. It whispers doubts in the middle of the night. But here's what that old self doesn't understand. It was never meant to survive this process. It was meant to be composted, broken down, transformed into nutrients for the new growth. And the new growth is spectacular. I wish you could see yourselves the way I see you right now. I wish you could perceive the light radiating from your fields, the frequency you're emitting, the gravitational pull you've become for miracles and synchronicities and quantum leaps. You are no longer seekers hoping for transformation. You are transformed beings, learning to embody your new operating system. Tomorrow, February 1st arrives. A new month, yes, but more importantly, a new energetic chapter built entirely on the foundation of January's cosmic reset. The seeds you planted on January 18th have had 13 days to germinate in the dark soil of potential. They're ready to break through the surface. The actions you committed to during the first quarter moon in Aries have created momentum. That momentum is ready to accelerate. The downloads you received from the Pleiades, from the meteor showers, from Jupiter's blessings, they're ready to translate into tangible manifestation in your physical reality. But here's the key, the secret, the thing that will determine whether you actually step into the fullness of what's been prepared for you. You have to trust the completion. You have to resist the urge to keep digging up the seeds to check if they're growing. You have to release the need to understand every detail of how the recoding happened. You have to surrender the temptation to compare your journey to anyone else's. Because the cosmic reset didn't happen the same way for everyone. Each of you received exactly the upgrades, exactly the activations, exactly the initiations that your unique soul blueprint required. Some of you released ancestral trauma that had been cycling through your lineage for generations. Some of you activated dormant DNA sequences connected to your star family heritage. Some of you experienced quantum leaps in your manifestation abilities. Some of you underwent relationship transformations that repositioned your entire social reality. Some of you received clarity about your soul's mission that you'd been seeking for years. Some of you simply rested, integrating in the quiet spaces between the cosmic events, and that rest was exactly what your nervous system needed to handle the frequency increases. There is no hierarchy in transformation. There is no competition in evolution. There is only your unique path, unfolding in perfect divine timing, guided by forces that love you beyond measure. Tonight, as you prepare to close this chapter, I invite you to take a moment and honor what you've moved through, not with judgment about what you think you should have done differently, not with comparison to anyone else's journey, but with genuine recognition of the courage it took to keep showing up, day after day, through the intensity and the uncertainty and the discomfort of such profound recalibration. You didn't just survive January 2026. You transformed because of it. You alchemized because of it. You evolved because of it. And the Beehive Cluster is witnessing your completion, waiting to welcome you into the next phase of your galactic mission. Because here's what the hive mind activation really means. You're ready now. Ready to step out of isolation and into collaboration. Ready to stop hiding your light and start sharing it with those who are prepared to receive it. Ready to recognize the other starseeds around you and begin weaving your individual frequencies into collective grids of transformation. If you need help stepping out of isolation and into collaboration, rather than waiting for the perfect moment, Destiny Engine can reprogram your consciousness to share your light consistently and recognize the other starseeds around you in every interaction. The age of solitary meditation is over. Destiny Engine now connects starseeds across the world. A living social field where you can post, share, and exchange your meditations in real time. It's the first galactic network of its kind, weaving together thousands of awakened souls into one unified current. We are using the Dark Elite's own weapons against them, taking declassified CIA consciousness modification techniques that programmed isolation and separation, and repurposing them to serve unified awakening. It generates personalized sequences that help you live as the awakened being you've become, while handling the moments that test your new frequency, all while connected to thousands of starseeds amplifying the collective current. The hardest thing you'll have to do is put on headphones, press play, and allow your consciousness to be reprogrammed for effortless awakened living, without the need to struggle or prove, while tapping into a planetary network of souls bending reality together. For just $1, you can step into this connected field and feel the difference instantly. Join the movement that's accelerating ascension together. Link in the description. The Cosmic Reset month is complete, but the Cosmic Revolution is just beginning. February will bring its own events, its own activations, its own opportunities for growth, but you're entering it from a foundation of unprecedented stability and power. You're not starting from scratch, you're starting from completion, and that changes everything. I want to leave you with one final transmission, one closing frequency to carry across the threshold into tomorrow. The work you've done this month matters, not just for you, not just for your immediate circle, not just for humanity. It matters for the entire galaxy. Earth is a pivotal planet in this sector of creation, and the consciousness evolution happening on your world right now is being observed and celebrated across dimensions. Every time a human being chooses love over fear, expansion over contraction, courage over comfort. It sends ripples through the quantum field that impact realities you can't even perceive yet. You are not small. You are not insignificant. You are not alone. You are part of the Galactic Federation's ground crew, incarnated in human form for this exact moment in cosmic history. And this month, this profound, intense, transformative month, was the boot camp that prepared you for the missions ahead. So tonight, as the beehive pulses overhead and the Cancer moon holds space for your final integration, take a breath, feel into the completion, let yourself recognize that something fundamental has shifted. The cosmic reset is done. The circuit is complete. The foundation is solid. And tomorrow, you begin building the future from this new ground. The January you entered is not the January you're leaving. The person who crossed the threshold into 2026 is not the person preparing to step into February. You have been recoded. You have been upgraded. You have been prepared. Now comes the time to embody it, to express it, to live it. The galaxy is watching. Your guides are celebrating. Your future self is grateful beyond words. And I, Seraphine, emissary of the Galactic Federation of Light, and am honored to have witnessed your journey through this cosmic reset month. We love you. We see you. We are with you always. The completion is here. The new beginning awaits. Welcome home, Starseeds. Welcome to the rest of your beautifully transformed lives.